What's up, New Jag? Who we got up in here this morning? We got Eric Washington. What's up, baby? First one in here, huh? What it do? What it do? Man, I got some things I want to run by you guys, man. Let me pause this. Pause this real quick. I know it's Sunday. A lot of you guys going to church. Ethics Moral, Charles Brown, Pab Cavalier, Deja B, Born Q Dog, Derek Mitchell, Tim Jones, Tiger, what's up? Michael Northern, Quinteria Farley, Aunt P, Atlantic Avenue, Deal With It TV, what's up? Marcus Mack, DeJuan Salter, what's up? Ray Atkinson, President, what's up? Let me get my phone because I can see it, but I can't see it, guys. All right, go back up here. Atlantic Avenue, Nord the Guard in the building. What's happening, baby? Be inspired to travel. What's up? I got with you on the community board as well. Jamie Pennington, Eugene Ingram, Bitcoin Napkins. What's happening? Jeremiah Thompson, Spencer Pinkston, Ladybug, Trunk Shoes, Mac Payne, Gabrielle Patterson, Nicole, NBA Lady, Darius Holmes, Tavarius Williams, Felicia Grant. What's up, sis? Auntie, what's up? The Fabulous David in the building. What's up, Auntie? Emmanuel Mays, Eris Bay, LaQuisha Daw, Sharice, Deshaun, Hiron Kincaid, Derek Mitchell, Pat Watson. There go Courtney. What's up, Courtney? The Carter. Oh my Diane. I think I'm saying that right. Star Taylor, Keith Smith Cameron. What's up, my bro? Archer 1778. Chocolate Girl, Hiram Long, SSG Shumpert, what's up? Valentino Brown, Trey Beard. I'm gonna come back to calling you guys, man. I'm Gozart. I appreciate the donation, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things. You know, I'm gonna make a couple points, talk about a couple things. First, I'm gonna start off with the cartoon. You know, we've been working day and night on this cartoon. Man, from the way the cartoons move to the way they talk to the facial expressions, man, it's going to almost be, you know, and I ain't trying to get you guys expectations all the way up, and I don't deliver on that. So I'm just going to say this shit looks really, really good. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hard work, and we going off memory, creating some of these, you know, characters, trying to make them look as much like the actual people as we can, you know. For those who went on there and seen the characters, like I said, as I work and add characters to different scenes, you know, I actually post a different character, you know, every chance I get, you know. Right now, there's 3 of them there, you know. I got a bunch of them that I can take a picture of, guys that's already created. Now, most of the guys I'm not gonna put up there because, you know, I want it to be a surprise when you guys watch it, you know. So, like Rev, that's Rev from season 1, you know, who Bambino, Big Bambino, Lil D, and all them, and different things like that, you know. Yeah, for those of you who don't know. But it's something very important, you know, besides this cartoon, I wanted to actually talk about. You know what I'm saying? Dutch Man, what's up? I see you. Yeah, so Ant, I think I see Ant in the building. Where Aunt P at? You know, Darius Holmes, Ryan Smelts, what's up? Ryan Smelts, I can remember our first conversation, man. That's why I told you I don't forget much. I can remember everything that each one of us talked about. you could ask me the question and I'll tell you straight off back. That's how good my memory is. But enough of that. But what I wanted to say, man, is it's 3 incidents. One of them I'm not proud of, and I realize I still got a lot of work I gotta do with myself. But if I speak about other people, I'll speak about myself as well. And it's something I ain't proud of, and I'm gonna tell this story. Okay, so I went to the store matter of fact, the day before Bo dropped by, that day, I went to the store and I see my daughter at the store as well. Now, it's this guy that stands in front of this, it's a Save More store. It's a guy, that stands in front of, he either be in front of the Save More store or in front of the Brothers. But for some reason, all those are closed down here, But I always see him, and when I come out, he be like, man, I'm trying to get some cigars, man. You'll help me. I just need a pack of cigars. And I give him a couple of dollars or whatever, but I do this every time I see this guy, Excuse me, guys. Every time I see this guy. So this day I'm speaking of, I go to the store, I get what I need to get, and I'm walking out, and my daughter walking in. And I'm like, I hug, hey, baby girl, hug my daughter, whatever. And when I walk outside the store, the guy asks me, like, hey, bro, man, you got a couple dollars I can get from you, man? I know I've been asking you a lot lately. But at this time, all I got is the credit card. I ain't got no cash on me. So I'm like, man, I'm working with the credit card today, bro. I ain't got it, but if I stop back by, I make sure I bring something, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I usually do or whatever. But this day, he real humbuggish. You know what I'm saying? I could have swore I heard him say, man, fuck you. When he walked out. But I ignored it. So I'm sitting out in the I'm actually opening my cigarettes. So I'm sitting out at the gas pump at the stove, So I'm sitting there, and as I'm sitting there, my daughter walks out. He goes up to my daughter and he asks her, and my daughter, she not even gonna talk, to him because she know how dangerous that is. She don't even know I'm still at the stove. She think I didn't left. She's on her way to work once she leave that stove. It's like the stove we always go to, our family always go to or whatever. So, it's close by our house. So he goes up to oh yeah. Appreciate you, Autopilot. I appreciate you. Miller the Wizard, Richard. So she comes out of the store, he goes up to her asking her for money or whatever, and she keeps walking. So he goes following behind my daughter. You slut, you bitch, you hoe. I mean, total disrespecting my daughter. And this is why I say I need work, but I don't need work because I'm gonna go to the back behind my family every time. But it's how I went about the situation. Is what that bothers me the most because the end results of it. So anyway, he doing all this, so I hurry up and jump out the car because I heard it before I even looked up to acknowledge this is what's going on. So once I look up and acknowledge that, I run over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bro, calm down. What's wrong? What happened? This is my daughter you talking to. I'm expecting him to say, because I look out for the dude on a daily basis. Like every time I go to that store and I see him, I look out. You know what I'm saying? And I can count on my hands how many times I probably told him I didn't have it. And that's maybe like 2 or 3 times. But this day, he takes it different. So I'm thinking he's going to say, man, you look out for me. That's your daughter, bro. I'm sorry about that. And apologize to my daughter, and that be that. Not this dude. Man, I don't give a fuck who she is. Nigga, you. And before I knew it, I was on top of his ass. I was beating his ass to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys can see it. That's how I get this stretch on my nose. Because when he grabbed me, after I hit him, he fell into me, and I'm about to sling him, so my nose rubbed across his shirt real hard, and it kind of just pulled some of the skin out my nose or whatever. But I slammed his ass and everything. I picked this man up off his feet, and this a big, heavy boy. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Young, but heavy. He's about maybe like, I give him about 25, 26, something like that. And it's the last place I wanted this situation to go. But I'm beating this dude. I end up getting a summons, you know, to go to court for assault. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But the one of the cops told me, man, if that was my daughter, I would have did the same thing. But because my partner with me, you know what I'm saying, I got to give you a summons. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing big. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat that or whatever. That store got cameras, and these people love me at that store. So, you know, it's gonna show. That situation would have calmed down if he would have calmed down. But you ain't about to disrespect my daughter. And that's why I'm saying, like, the devil just, when you doing so much good, the devil just make shit jump from one scene to the next. No matter where you at, one person, bam, bam. He's just jumping around when you're doing good things, you know. But yeah, I beat the shit out of this boy, you know, and I asked God for his forgiveness, because once I really got on his ass, I actually started feeling sorry for him, because he was begging, you know what I'm saying? He was begging me to stop, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't control myself. I tried, you know what I'm saying? I tried to control myself. I still see his face, me just punching this shit like I was trying to punch it through the earth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, bro, I'm just saying, like, it's so many things trying to draw me near that and get me sent back up that road because of all the good things I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is almost exhausting. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody is picking with me or some shit, you know? And I ain't complaining or whatever. I'm up for the challenge. You know, I will meet the challenge, you know, but that's just the way it is. But that's something, you know, I said I was going to bring out to you guys because, you know, in case anything happened, I don't want nothing to blindside you guys, people, which it ain't going to bother me no way, because I don't live my life for people. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. That's why I'm telling you guys this, you know. So if somebody come, man, yeah, he supposed to be this and he beating the dude up, this is what it was for. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason. Because when it comes to my kids, I lose everything behind them. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are the same way. You know, it was just a messed up situation. But, you know, I just went on ahead and put that in there. But that ain't what I wanted to talk about. Okay. I wanted to talk about be inspired to travel. I appreciate you, really, from the heart. You know, I wanted to talk about how the system is getting worse. You know what I mean? Prison is getting worse till it's harming the outside people now. Dutch man, if I call you twice, man, my mind is going 100 miles an hour. Madden Champ 05, I see you. You know, and yeah, so it's Young MC. What's up? So it's harming people, innocent people that broke a law a day in their life. So this is what happened. And some of you guys might have heard it or read the story, but I encourage you to go read it and speak your mind about it, you know, which that's what I'm about to start doing too, because I know a lot of people do that and report stuff cops doing, but when I do it in a totally different way. You know what I'm saying? I find my own way to do these things. So a full-time person who took somebody's life 4 times. He's a 4-time offender for taking a life, you know, and his last Joe's, I think he in there for, you know, I think that's his favorite number because he off 4 more people. Well, do you know they gave him a conjugal visit with his wife? And then he in a conjugal visit with his wife, and he runs out and tell the COs, my wife, she ain't moving, she ain't breathing. So they coming up, and his wife is unresponsive. unresponsive, right? So they put him back in his cell, they say, or whatever happened with that, and they got his wife out there. She passed away. But do you know they found out that this woman was strangled? This woman was strangled. Hey boy, you knew it was real, huh? The red dude. When the episode start, you'll see he got green eyes as well, and some freckles as well. But it's still in character creating mode. It's not in animation yet. We haven't started. Well, we started the animation, but not with this particular scene that I was recreating, changing the gear, because they don't start off in prison clothes because we doing why they went to prison or whatever. But somebody asked me to put up a picture. Well, two people asked me. One said, how would the jumpers look and different things like that. And somebody wanted to know how often am I going to be posting these characters, and would I post another one? So I did that, for the fam or whatever. So yeah, he strangled his wife, and they gave him the conjugal visit. A 4-time loser who then took 4 different lives, and he back in there on the same thing. I think he had got paroled or something happened where he took lives and they put him back on the street. Now this same guy is getting conjugal visits and strangled his wife. Y'all need to look that up. And it's okay. Now let me show you how this is hurting innocent people. The jail is spilling over into the world. That's why I say we all got to do something about it. I got the plan, but it got to be the right-minded people, and we build that build that team that goes around to the prisons, and we make change happen. We're gonna do everything on the up and up with lawyers and everything. We're not just talking about protesting. That worked in this era when it was time for that. Now it's time for a different measure. But anyway, so another guy here got out of prison, wasn't supposed to be out. He went to our hospital down here called Lady of the Lake Memorial Hospital, something like that, And he sat out there all day long. All day long. Now, his ex-wife had then reported him. And do you know he took this lady's life at the hospital? He took her life. For one, he shouldn't have been out of prison. For two, all these reports that this lady made of DV, domestic, for some reason you can't use that either, but they did nothing to protect this woman. I don't know if she had a standing restraining order and protective whatever, but whatever it was, they didn't protect her. But she's on file for reporting. Oh, you saw that video, LaQuisha Dawes? Yeah, man. But this is prison. The problem we ain't correcting with the prison system spilling into the world. That's why I'm telling people this shit ain't so sectioned off and divided as you might, separated as you might think. All this shit it has direct repercussions. That's just what's crazy to me. Now, let's talk about the CO who this is an Angola. Some of you I might have told about this, but I know I didn't tell it to the bulk of you guys. It's a female high-ranking CO. Angola. Deja B, I appreciate you. I really do. You know, she's a high-ranking CO. You can find this story on YouTube, wherever else too, you know. But I actually knew, you know, a family member or whatever, or the guy this happened to. So this high-ranking CO, she fell in love and was sexing an inmate, and he had her doing all kind of things, stealing from medical. She was actually giving this man an IV with drugs. She was administered the IV and ran the line intravenously and all that shit herself. They knew this inmate, he couldn't do it or whatever. So that's how they found out ultimately after what I'm about to tell you, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. So they've been sexing. Everybody at the prison started blackmailing the CO. I know about y'all relationship, and this is Angola. I know about y'all relationship. I know what y'all doing. You gonna get this in for me. You know how inmates and convicts do. You gonna get this in for me. Or I'm ratting on y'all. And everybody started doing, all the inmates on her, block is doing this. Is blackmailing her. So now she got to end the relationship. She goes to to end the relationship. Excuse me. Goes to him to end the relationship. But he like, nah, that ain't happening. Even if we end the relationship, you still gonna be, Shamika, what's up? I see you. You still gonna be bringing things in for me. Big John Manning, I see you, baby. Angela Gold 3, you still, Miss Duval, you still gonna be bringing. Jay Noor, what's up, bro? You still gonna be bringing things in for me or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So guess what she decided to do? She decided to wait till the next time he won't get on some drugs, and she OD'd him. Yeah, she OD'd him. Yeah. Telling you facts. You can look them up. Everything I just told you is always facts. This is prison. This is prison finest. A CO that set the check routes that the COs go do the check. She make that schedule. And then another CO said he had started noticing her being in places that she ain't supposed to be for long periods of time. So he had started watching her anyway. He was a good CO. But in order for her not to be found out when he wanted to get that fix again, she hooked him up and OD'd him. They found him in there stiff. And they knew it took somebody with a lot of medical experience to do this. Yeah, and it was her. Yeah. And it's so much different. It's so many different things going on. Okay, so two guys went to prison together. This, you can look this up too. This is at Dixon, DCI. They went to prison together. So, and they was friends, and they was on the same line in the same prison. So for some reason, they started feuding with each other. But one of those guys had an uncle that was a CO. Kick Stay Fresh, what's up? There was a CO. And do you know what happened with that situation? Mr. CO, AG and Rod, what's up? There go my bro and sis. What it do, baby? What's up, King? Derek, what's up? Or Derek, what's up? So, I got a nephew named Derek, or Derek, but he spelled his Derrick, and Derek, Derick, because my brother name, or whatever. But anyway, so this happens. The uncle sets up his nephew in a lovely position in the prison. And do you know the nephew rolled this man out that was once his best friend, and the uncle helped him cover it up. The family never knew what happened till they hadn't heard from him for over 5 years. He didn't have no life. He didn't have nothing like that. But the family hadn't heard from their loved one because it was being covered up. And they say the prison found out about it. This is what made it a big story. They say the prison found out about it, the warden, and started helping him cover it up. Didn't fire him, started helping him cover it up. And they started doing bigger and badder things and started getting kickbacks and splitting the money. Could you imagine your life in a prison that this corruption lives in? Could you imagine that? There's no Zanny Gilbo, what's up? What's up, Tate? Where you in this prison, but there's no laws because the CO's breaking the laws. I keep telling all these youngsters daily, this is what you headed for. They don't care about you. Your own homie, who you talking about your homie, gonna betray you. Because 9 out of 10 times, if y'all go to jail together, that's the turnout. You'll meet somebody in prison that's more loyal and realer than your homeboy that you went to prison with. Majority of the time, But man, what's up, Andrew Marie Benjamin? What's up? So yeah, and this shit is so puzzling, like. And ain't nobody doing nothing about it because the charges has been dropped against the warden and the CO and the CO nephew. Yeah. So they loved ones buried somewhere that they didn't know they was buried at. The prison covered it up. Now all we get is his body, and that's it. And the story gonna be wrote in the back of the newspaper or some not a replica news site. Man, it's crazy. That's why I say you could go to prison and lose your life, and your family might not find out till 5-6 years later. If they not check, if they don't know how to get in touch with the chaplain to say, I need to check on my loved one I haven't heard from, because that's what you do. That's how you get message and word into a prison, through the chaplain. You look up the number to the chaplain, call him, and that's how that works. For those of you who don't know, I know most of you probably know that's going through this or whatever. But I find that shit really fucked up that they did that, man. And it ain't that I could go on forever with this. It's just showing how they lie and cover things up all the time. The corruption inside the prison, which when we get to, I'm actually working on the cartoon and the episode at the identical time, at the synchronized same time, So, and bro, and I'm just looking like this just can't be Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? This got to be happening all over the world. Why is all these inmates covering it up and scared to speak on it like this falls on you? No, this falls on the prison that put this, that let all this go on. You just been put in that environment. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's just, man, and the way the season about to take a turn, and most of it pops off after the week in solitary. I mean, in the Keystone, Key West. I'm talking about a damn beer or something. Yeah, out of Key West, once we get out of there and back in the barracks, shit is totally different. And I was telling people, if you hate change, prison is not the place you want to go. You don't want to go there regardless, but change, you hate change, man, stay your ass Shit, nowadays it ain't even safe to be on the street. I done seen so many people get picked up for something they didn't even do. Go to jail, and these people don't see outside till 30, 40 years later. Think about all these people that just got found not guilty. That one of the dudes was on the road. You know, I can't use the first letters. Things start with a D. So I say the road. He was on the road, had months to live. And they found out who actually really committed the crime that y'all say he committed. And you about to take somebody's life. Don't talk about all the lives they done took. You know? Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to catch you guys up on a couple things because I'm still getting emails and different things like that, you know, about when this gonna be done, or you know, what's going on with the cartoon or what's going on with the series, different things. And I'm answering those things, you know, to my best ability or whatever. But the cartoon, for those of you who have seen it, man, I appreciate every last one of you guys who motivate me to keep working harder. And Vil Fresh, he feeling the love too. You know what I'm saying? Because man, that's a lot. It's a lot of work, but we enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? And we getting through it like it ain't nothing. We enjoying putting the work in. Me and Vil Fresh is actually doing the characters and the animations, but damn near all the brothers are doing the voiceovers. You know, that's what makes this thing so special and make it work. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, I want to warn you guys, all episodes won't be funny. Some episodes will be quite serious, you know, did in a serious manner. You know what I'm saying? You know, the ones we make funny, it's intended to be that way. And the ones that we don't and make serious, it's intended to be that way. Because I don't want to disrespect or belittle any family that lost a loved one to these guys, to any of these guys. So if I feel like the situation calls for it to be, you know, not so funny, I just gotta roll with that because I'm still trying to be respectful. These people lost their loved ones, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't no small fry, no small potatoes. This shit real. You know, life is real. Pretty sure on everybody's end, you know, just not my end. At any given time, man, somebody could walk out their house and be accused of a crime and wind up in prison. I'm even doing the cartoon with two guys. You know, I heard their story while we was in season one. You know, like I said, I only put what was on the storyline, but I also knew other things that happened, and I'm gonna add some of them situations on the cartoon as well. Some things that I may have left out. I just have more time that lingers around in between frames and scenes. So so it's gonna be, so prepare yourself. If you the type of person, you know, that you got strong opinions about certain things, please just don't watch this cartoon. Because this cartoon gonna make you mad, happy, sad, cry, dance. It's gonna make you do, it's gonna send you through a bunch of emotions and a couple physical acts. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Smith, I appreciate the donation for real, bro. For real, I appreciate it. That means a lot. You know, so I just want to tell you, and I'm not sugarcoating nothing. In a season, if a violation happens, somebody get violated, it's gonna be in that cartoon. I might not do it all, you know, up right in your face. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to make this as real as possible. Johnny White, what's up? What's up? You know, I do want to make this experience as real as possible. You know what I'm saying? So forgive me ahead of time, but I'm not limiting the brothers' inspiration and motivation to do this cartoon. They are excited about putting this together for you guys. You know, and now you get a chance to see how all these inmates look, because I'm telling you, we did spot on jobs. Rev look just how Rev look. Johnny White, I appreciate the donation. Appreciate you. Simeon Hill, what it do, baby? Yeah, so Tony Washington, what's up? You know, so I know it's gonna spark a couple angry feelings from different people, but I ain't tripping on that. I appreciate all you guys that got my back and you understand what I'm trying to do here. You know, I'm trying to really bring, because a lot of people had a lot of problems with that last cartoon, you know, but that only gave me motivation to keep going and go harder. Things like that, you know. D Bear, what's up? What's up, D Bear? Appreciate you for dropping through on us, baby. Song family. So yeah, man, it's just so many different things. And I get emails. It's like people know to email me this type of stuff. Like, it's crazy. And most of it come from a family member or source that they heard about the channel and watch the channel. But you know, I ain't trying to put nobody on the spot or blow nobody up or whatever. But you know, keep sending them to me. Keep sending them to me. And I'm gonna keep talking about it. If you got any footage of police doing the wrong, send it to me. You know, and man, it's just we gotta build a team and we gotta do more. We gotta get our legal representation on board, because whatever we set out to do, we're gonna do it fully legal by the book. You know, a lot of things is public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use a lot of this stuff to our advantage. You know, and might help in the process free a couple innocent people, because and not even with the intent to free them. Some things happen when you bring the truth out that, you know, it brings out a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? A chain reaction. But you know, I just really want, because it's getting close to that time, you guys are about to get cartoons as well. So I want you to just keep in mind, if this ain't for you, you know, keep scrolling. Go watch an episode, because I'm not gonna lack on neither one of them. Like I said, I bought enough time. What's up, Miss G? I bought enough time. Okay. Yeah, I bought enough time to be able to sit here and do what I need to do, get caught up on the episode, get finished with the whole season, and you know, get on to the interviews, you know, because I'm telling you, I'm about to start releasing these cartoons, and I know they're gonna get under some people's skin, man. You know, but that's why I wanted to warn you in advance. Please don't watch it. If you feel like this ain't for you, I won't get offended. I won't feel no kind of way. I'd rather you leave away with your peace of mind, because everybody has the right to stay in whatever frame of mind they want to stay in. But this cartoon gonna put you in another state of mind, if you know, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about it. Just view it with caution, because I'm gonna be a lot of it gonna be funny, but they're gonna have some real observations in this as well. So, you know, I just wanted to make that clear, you know, and we working hard on it day and night. I didn't even get much sleep last night, but I'm right back up today, back on it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys for dropping in for this live, and I will be back to do a prison live, but I'm dropping this episode first. And remember what I said about the episode. It starts off with what you know, with all the different effects, with the screen blanking in and out, because it's showing how these inmates set this whole thing up that they did, you know. So I just want to prepare you guys for that, you know, in advance, because I'm gonna do my best. And this will be the first time, the first episode with me using the new equipment. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be my first episode using all the new things that I purchased. So, you know, it'll be and it will be told like season 1, season 2, season 5. You know, it's gonna be told a bunch of different ways. If you could get what I'm saying, you know, with me not having to get into too many details about it, you know. So I love you guys. Chocolate drop. I appreciate that. You know, I try to call as many people as I can before I get off, but I need to get back to work. Archer, what's up? What's up? You know, I need to get back to work because I want to get this to you guys in a timely fashion, you know, which, you know, I'm going in on the cartoon today. You know what I'm saying? It's just never been, I was able to focus on that cartoon and be done. We done created every single character. We have every single character. We have a lot of episodes that's complete. Well, not a lot. I ain't going to tell that fib. We have about 3 episodes that's completed, you know, and we're trying to complete another one today. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support and love and all the encouragement. You know, like I said, I'm gonna also be doing comment, drop in gift, you know, gifting. You might do something or say something to one of your sisters or brothers or me, and I drop you a gift. Not, you know, I just feel like you should get your flowers for what you do even when nobody's looking. Because a lot of you guys, I can see it's just genuine. You ain't doing that because I'm paying attention, or you just doing that because you genuinely appreciate this family that we built, and we got a gigantic ass family. You know, I love all you guys. And I'll see you on the next one, the actual prison live. See you soon. Y'all be safe out here and, you know, enjoy your Sunday. For you sports fans, what you gonna do or whatever. But I might just drop back in on y'all, you know. You never know. But one love, and I'll see you guys soon.